What's from crypto legends, the price of Bitcoin is really trying to break through this $67,000 area. Now, this is the strongest level of resistance that we do have. If we blast through this level, there's another big, large resistance that we mentioned the other day. However, we talked more internally what could happen during yesterday and today. And what happened was we created that double top swing failure pattern. This was mentioned on the previous video here on YouTube, getting that rejection and having a nice pullback of over $1,000. In today's episode, of course, we are going to mention the strongest levels of resistance if you missed previous video on the higher time frames, but also zooming in on the lower time frames. What could we expect here in between today and tomorrow for the price of Bitcoin, for those great trading opportunities? So make sure to stay tuned. We do still have a massive amount of liquidity, short liquidations at 67.9K, 68K, even 67.8K. There is several billion of short liquidations. Can we manage to push through here in between today and tomorrow? This is something that we are going to discuss. Quick reminder, Bybit, my #1 crypto trading platform. You do have an insane bonus with the link down below in the description to sign up on Bybit. If you can't trade on Bybit based on KYC, no KYC platforms, bluffing, and 𝗬𝗫, where you can sign up in a matter of minutes just with an email and a password, and you get that exclusive bonus just with my link. Let's dive in, guys, here, because yes, we got that rejection that was mentioned on the previous video. There was two scenarios, of course, breaking through successfully. However, if we were going to get that rejection, you have a couple of minutes to decide to get into that short trade because you're failing to break above those highs. This is exactly what happened here on the lower time frames when we see the price action, okay? Just yesterday, getting that fake out, getting back beneath, and of course, getting that pretty nice pullback. Now, if you are worried of where to take profits, if you're shorting this swing failure pattern, I keep it simple, guys. If you're in a big, massive range, you are taking profit at the value area low of the range. You were getting a consolidation here. Now, this is a really nice pullback of about $700. Be happy for this as a scalp day trade to just take those profits. You are getting a reaction at the value area low. So it's a good, decent level here of support to take profit. We're getting a little bit of local volatility here. This was a long setup that was mentioned in the Legends trading community right over here as well. Test this level, failed to break down, and this was a good long entry. The main reason why, well, is as simple as getting at the volume profile right over here. We can see that that was the highest volume node. There was a little bit of choppiness, no doubt, but this level was extremely strong, likely to get that rise at least to the value area low of the range. So this played out very, very nicely. A nice pump here of about $500, something that was mentioned in the Legends Trading Community update yesterday night. Let's talk about higher time frames first of all. Anybody that missed the previous video update, higher time frames, very important because once the move happens, it happens. Main reason why the $69,100 range is the strongest level here of resistance after breaking through 67K, okay? Basically this resistance where we're getting here the last few days. The main reason why, it's the naked point of control. When we do get the volume profile here from this range and we analyze here where the highest volume node, the highest volume node is at $69,100. Now taking a look at here, this range, you can see it's slightly higher, but when you go to the weekly time frame, all right, and take that weekly candle, you can see that that highest volume node is at $69,100. Fixed volume profile from this massive candle, it is exactly right over here at 69,100. Now, when we do zoom out here, okay, to the 1 hourly time frame, like I mentioned as well, the 7/8 Fibonacci, one of my favorite Fibonacci retracements, very well respected from this pivot high to the pivot low. We have it also at the 69,200, very close to that weekly naked point of control. When we analyze these waves that we've had during the last couple of weeks, we can see one wave, two wave. This could be a third wave, or it could be an ABC, and we are still inside of the C wave or the third wave. And a classic level to hit is the 1-to-1 extension, at least to get a reaction. When we get the extension from this wave 1 here over here to this wave 2 or a B, we can see that the 1-to-1 is also at the 69,100 range, right? Slightly above. So you have 7/8 Fibonacci, you have the 1-to-1 here from these waves, and you also have that weekly naked point of control, classic level to hit to get a major pullback at least of a few $100s, all right? That's a level that I'm looking for a rejection here. What if the price does not manage to push higher from this massive high volume node on the higher time frame? We're struggling very much here creating those local double tops. We love those local double tops here at this range, guys. These are levels for short, no doubt. You got a nice scalp day trade. You're dropping $500 to $1,000. That is massive. You can make, great gains just with these small little pullbacks. So yeah, what happens if we do not break from here? Well, we're analyzing this situation of what if we do get a major pullback and we claim this pivot low that was created on Thursday, the 16th of May. If we do get that pullback beneath this low, we can consider a possible ABC flat here, okay? This is definitely a possibility where we've created an A wave, a B wave, and we're forming a C wave. Claiming this low, for me, no doubt, is a failed auction low. What do I mean by a failed auction low? Claim that low here on Thursday, the 16th of May, which is sitting at $64,600. And it's going to be a little bit tricky because we could break down from here and, start moving to lower levels, right? And then you'll be like, okay, where do I long? Because what if this starts getting into a major waterfall and starts breaking all of the support levels? Well, then I am not going to get into a long position. What I need to see is that low broken to the downside. We are getting a reaction and claim that low right over here to understand that this could be a possible ABC flat. You are maintaining higher low support structure here, and I would like to see the price action reclaim that low. It could be a swing failure pattern in a quick move, okay? However, I see this level as a failed auction, right? When you're forming an ABC possible flat right there, it's probably not going to be too fast, as in just wick beneath it and then suddenly start getting a massive recovery. It could be the case. I would be looking at a day trade to a swing long position, would give a little bit of room here as a stop loss. Because if you do create that swing failure pattern, right, I am very much aware that you could create a local double bottom at this range. This is the range that I would be looking for a double bottom or a swing failure pattern. Extremely important to get the price action back above that low created on Thursday. That for me would be a confirmation that this is failing to break down. This could be an ABC flat and we are still inside of the 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to create that fifth wave. Now, of course, you want to maintain above the 63,300 because if not, if you start moving lower, then this will no longer be impulsive. This will look like a corrective structure and this could get very messy, guys. Okay, so this is a zone where I would be managing risk very, very well. You get the movement down from this level. Okay, very much possible that you're going to maintain this high-low support structure. We do have that fourth wave, possible fifth wave to then start breaking through. Okay, so I am interested in long positions if only you get beneath this low and then you recover nicely. Would be looking for that long trigger, stop losses here beneath the lows created, and I would be targeting for the highs again. That is if we start correcting now in the next coming hours. This would be a couple of $1,000 of a drop, all right? And if you just break through here, guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting any limit longs at this level because I am very much aware that, hey, what if we do just break down from here and we start breaking down from high-low support? We're breaking down from this low and we're not finding any support, then I would just be looking for lower levels. It looks like that we could be, just losing the higher low support trend line and going to lower levels. I will not be looking for longs if we do get an aggressive drop. Now, the main reason why I would not long is because maybe this has been the finish of 5 waves to the upside right over here. And this has been a corrective structure in an A, B, C. And this could get aggressive to the downside. So we need to be very, very patient here with the scenarios of what we form here on lower levels. Other case scenario, we start breaking through here. We start getting pumpy action. I would not consider a swing failure pattern from the peak high from yesterday at 67,700. Main reason why, because we have been choppy, testing the high. The more times you test a high, the more likely you're just going to blast through from that level, okay? So getting into a swing failure pattern from yesterday's high at 67,700 It could happen, but there's more risk right now because you've been testing it several times during the last couple of days. 2 tests, fine. 3, okay. But when you're testing it now for a 4th time, 1, 2, 3, right? You know that it's possibly just going to finally blast through it. This resistance level gets weaker and weaker if you don't start pulling back after the first or second swing failure pattern. Not much more has to be said here, legends. The main level of resistance that I'm looking at is $69,100. Would be cautious by shorting the highs right now again. Could it happen? Yes. Manage risk accordingly. Maybe you're going to have one more test, but I think you're just going to manage to blast through. I'm more interested in the $69,100. Thank you very much, legends, for joining today's episode, and I'll see you in the next one.